channel.
Powers, abilities, and feats. Let's get into it. So I do want to apologize. There is a lot of feats he has done over the course of 3 seasons. So for now, I'm just going to give you season 1's feats, considering there's a lot to go through. So I'm going to have to update it later on. But for now, season 1 it is. Alright, let's start off with episode 1, The Bar. Searching for a bounty, he gets approached at a bar by 3 aliens attempting to punk him, when he decided he wasn't having it and took out the 3 in a matter of seconds using his fighting skills and a very quick draw of his space pistol. He captured his bounty at the end of the bar ordeal. An alien sea creature attempted to latch its teeth into Mando's spaceship, and Mando handled it calmly using a taser to stun the beast off his ride. He carbonated his bounty for attempting to try to escape the meeting for the big payoff. Threatened by 4 stormtroopers, he still felt he had the better odds of winning against them. Learned how to ride a young fowl. Teamed up with a droid to take down 18 mercenaries on his end. There was a bunch more if you combine their kills. Took out the droid after attempting to take down Baby Yoda, or Grogu as they call him. Episode 2. 3 bounty hunters were looking to retrieve Grogu, but Mando put a stop to that real quick. He knows how to repair his own equipment, sniped a few Jawas attempting to steal parts from his spacecraft, took out a total of 3, took on a scorn of Jawas while attempting to board their ride. He was met when he got to the top with a few stun guns to the body before dropping very hard onto the desert ground. The desert creature. He took on a giant beast that appears to be a sort of rhino from other worlds to retrieve an egg on behalf of the Jawas in order to make a trade. He won thanks to Grogu's assistance, or Grogu, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. He had to take a few horn blows from the beast, which should demonstrate his endurance. He took her down with a blade to the neck. Episode 3. Took on a much bigger Mandalore and held his own. Got his body armor upgraded to Beskar, to a much more better Beskar. His sniper gun blaster has the capabilities to hear a conversation from a few miles away if the frequency on the scope is adjusted, along with being able to see through walls using infrared. Retrieving Grogu. Ripped the mechanical greeting door eyeball off the door knob to lure out stormtroopers, and then detonated a tiny explosive to make a hole into a wall for him to gain access to the building. From there, he took out 12 stormtroopers using a combination of flamethrowers, blaster gun, stun gun, mini rockets, and a move straight out of Mortal Kombat's own Scorpion. Get over here. The bounty. Minutes after taking Grogu, a bounty was placed on his head. He took on a small town of bounty hunters, took out at least 12 guys before getting outgunned. Luckily, he got some help from his other Mandalorians to take out the squad of bounty hunters. He got surprised by his former employer and used a surprise fog cloud to get him to miss his shot, and allowed Mando to take his shot right to the chest. Good thing he had the Beskar plates close to his chest, the guy who hired him. Episode 4. Mando fought Cara Dune and both held their own. Teamed up with Cara. With his helmet, he was able to scope out a site, being able to do some detective work using his heat signature, along with other tech-based searching formats built into the helmet. It also helped that Mando is a bounty hunter and has experience in knowing what may lie ahead. Cara and Mando trained villagers how to fight a much more superior army, and not to mention they had their Imperial Walker. Cara and Mando took on 6 baddies before the bomb went off. Outran an Imperial Walker. Helped a small village stand their ground against the enemy and put down the Imperial Walker. Episode 5. Being chased by a bounty hunter on his space cruiser, he managed to take out and maneuver him to go from behind and then take him out that way. So pretty much he literally had, first Mando was in the front, the guy had him by his tail, and then Mando reversed it and got behind him and then shot him down that way. Knows customs on other planets, being able to bargain for safe passage. Fell into a trap for only a moment as he noticed the bounty he was helping the hunter track down set a bait to expose anyone to a sniper blast, which Mando did take a few shots before retreating. The Beskar blocked his shots from doing permanent damage, as Mando said it was only because it was a far shot. With another bounty hunter and their bounty having the higher ground and distance, he made up a plan to have them wait till nighttime and then with their hover bikes ride towards their target. And to prevent a sniper shot, they used little flash flares to blind a clear shot. They made it to their target, with Mando taking a nasty fall off his bike and a shot to the chest by his bounty. Caught Fennec the bounty. Used his helmet to zoom in at a nearby tribe. The other bounty hunter, Toro Calican, double crosses him and holds Grogu hostage. And as he gives him a speech about becoming legendary once taking Mando in, Mando uses the element of surprise and flash flares his sight, allowing Mando to get the drop on him from the side and blast him down for the count. Episode 6. With 4 other criminals, he did a job to help break someone out of prison. He's the one who got them access to the prison, along with the space cruiser for the ride to escape. Took on 6 prison droid guards by himself. Like, they literally just stood there and watched him take them all down one by one. He gets double crossed by the 4, and he gets swapped in prison by the prisoner and placed into the cell. To escape his prison cell, he used his grappling hook to reel in the prison droid. From there, he baited him into giving his arm so he can use it to escape his cell, as the arm contained the key. He then went to the mainframe to control the prison itself. Doing this, he got to get his revenge on the 5 who crossed him. Red guy with horns, he takes out with ceiling doors, about 2 of them to do the trick. The lady of the group defeated in a blade fight. The gunslinger of the group, he surprised with his sneaking around. The prisoner Quinn, he took the collect bounty off of him. Z, who I believe was full android, he blasted him from behind. The guy who hired him got his prisoner, but for betraying him with the crew, he left a beacon for the Galaxy Police to track him down. Episode 7 was attacked by giant birds and managed to hold his own against them using his blaster and flamethrower. Mando and his team were ambushed by the Imperial Army and survived a hail of gun blasters inside a small tavern. Episode 8. His helmet can locate access points inside a structure. Mando and his team took an E-Web heavy repeating blaster. Mando, almost took that. They were about to take that. Mando barged outside a field of stormtroopers as they were distracted and began blasting his way towards the E-Web heavy repeating blaster. Sorry, that was a mouthful. He took out at least 6 guys while getting to it. With the E-Web heavy repeating blaster, he took out a small village of stormtroopers, took a fuse blowing up to his face. Mando's helmet provided light in the sewers. He received his signet from his elder. She also gave him his jet rocket, or his jetpack if you want to call it that. He used his jetpack to fly up and used his grappling hook to latch on to the Imperial ship. He then placed a detonator onto the wing to have it fall right out of the sky. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy our content, you know what you guys can do. You can share, you can like, or you can subscribe to our channel. When you guys subscribe to our channel, you know what you do. You guys are building our empire and allowing us to provide you guys with even much more greater content for you guys to enjoy.